Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Luna and I make Animal Crossing videos every single week. So if you're into fairy core or decorating videos or Animal Crossing in general, maybe consider subscribing to join our little AC family. Last week we created a sunken fairy garden for Chelsea's yard. It turned out so beautiful. If you're interested to see how I created this or if you missed it, I will leave a link to this video in the time cards on top. For today's video, we will be continuing my little series of decorating my villager yards. And in today's video, we will be decorating Marina's yard. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Before we get into the builds, I wanted to show you guys how my map is looking so far. I've been terraforming mostly the bottom right and making my way to the left side. I still have a long way to go, but I love how it's looking so far. And here are my current villagers. We have Chelsea, Peanut, Sasha, Gala, Marshall, Tutu, Lily, Marina, Mint, and Mary. I love the color scheme of all of my villagers. They fit so perfectly for my island. I'm not sure if I'm going to change anyone, but for now, these are all of them. So here's the area that I'll be working on for Marina. I already marked off where I'm going to place her house, and today I will be decorating the beach for her since her yard is actually smaller than all of the other villager yards that I've done. I've decided to give her a nice beach area. So I'm going to first place her house down and get that out of the way, and then I'm going to go ahead and decorate her yard. I'm placing her house first because for me, I find it easier to decorate once I place the house down. I can see everything a lot better, and this is literally the only terraforming that I will be doing for this video. Everything else will be from the custom design portal. Since I'm not going to be terraforming that much, this build is going to rely heavily on custom designs. And since I decorated that sunken area in the last video, I also wanted to step back just a little bit and do a simpler build before I go back and start doing more complex builds. The last one took me a couple of days to come up with, while this one was super easy and quick. I also changed the outside of her house to a pink roof and door with a green reef. I just love the way that the green mum just pops out on the pink door. For the villager homes, I really don't have a consistent house theme that I'm going for. The only thing that I want all of them to have is that green mum reef on the door. For the rest of the villagers, I just want them to have a pink or green blue color similar to the one that I did for Sasha and Mint's house. Except for Marshall, he's the only one that I kept the exterior the same. I might change the roof just because he's the only one that has a gray roof. I'm also working on getting Gala's photo. I'm almost there. I can feel her wanting to give me the photo, but she hasn't yet. If you're having a hard time trying to get a villager photo, what I would do is give them fruits that are not your native fruit. So if you have peaches as your starting fruit, don't give them peaches, give them coconuts or anything else besides peaches, and make sure you wrap them with a gift wrap with at least 2 fruits in them before giving it to them. You can still give them your native fruit, but personally for me, I felt like it took a lot longer when I was giving them my native fruit versus giving them a fruit that wasn't on my island. I used to do this trick before the DLC came out because I didn't want to give them just anything because, you know, villagers, they like to display things in their house and it kind of messes up with the layout of their house. So gifting them fruits won't mess that up, and it also helps with the friendship points so that you can earn that villager photo. If you have the DLC, you really don't have to do that anymore because you could just easily go and change the interior of their home back to the original default home. But if you don't want to do that, or if you don't have the DLC, just give them some fruits. Trust me, it works every single time. So now I'm working on the beach. For the beach, I'm going to lay all of the custom designs out first. I did create the build before recording, so that's why I know exactly where to put the custom designs, but I don't do that for all of my builds. Sometimes I'm creating the build as I'm recording. So once I finish laying down all of the custom designs, I'm going to show you guys how it looks before placing all of the items down. I feel like it's a lot easier to see it this way because when I place the items down, you can't really see the designs behind it, and I feel like it's a lot easier for those that are following along and trying to recreate certain parts on their island. I get a lot of questions if you can take some of my builds and use it for your islands, and of course anything you see on my channel you can definitely use as inspiration for your island. So yeah, we're almost done laying all of the custom designs down. All of the design codes that you see me use in this build will be linked in the description below. I've honestly been super obsessed with this spring fairy path. It's just so delicious looking. It just looks so good everywhere, and it even looks better on the sand. And honestly, all of the designs that I picked really go well together. It took me a long time to find all of the designs and go through so many pages of designs on Pinterest and playing around with them to see which one fits, but it was so worth it because now this island has become one of my favorites. So once I place down this diagonal rose blanket, I'm going to show you guys how the beach looks. So here's how the beach looks for those of you that want to recreate it for your island. I think it's a lot easier to kind of pause and just show you guys the whole area so you can reference this back. In the end, I'll show you guys how the entire area looks, including Marina's yard. So now I'm going to start the fun part, which is decorating. I'm going to add some fencing on the side, and I'm going to mix it up with the hedge fencing and the simple fencing. And for this area, I was going to create a bear tea party, but I decided to move that to the other side of the beach. For this side, I wanted to create a little lounge area, but also add a big bear here. Do you guys remember my first island on this channel? I used to add bears everywhere. I was super obsessed with bears, and I kind of want to go back and add some more onto this island. I just think they're so cute, and I'm just going to fill up this area with some cute items, lots of flowers, and I'm going to add some shell items, but not too much. I also don't want to overwhelm this area, and I also want to make sure I can walk around. I love me some clutter, but I also love organized clutter where I can still walk around, and I want my villagers to be able to walk around. I feel so bad when I see them get stuck in an area. Like right now, I have this giant sunken hole in my island where I have Gala and Mary. There's no way to get out of there as a villager. Like I can get out of there no problem using a ladder, but they can't, and that's why I feel so bad when they're stuck there. But I also don't want to move them onto my beach because I want to save my bells. But I feel bad every single time I pass by and I see them stuck down there. But then sometimes I see them spawn in the museum or somewhere else on my island, and I'm just like, how did you even get out of there? The world may never know. Anyways, I'm almost done with this beach build. It was super simple and super cute. It was a great little break from all of the terraforming I did in the last video. So yeah, I'm just adding the final little touches and we're done. So here is how Marina's yard looks. I love her yard so much. It's so cute and elegant looking. It's honestly a nice little size for a villager home. And the best part is that she's neighbors with Marshall, who we see here fishing. Here is how the first area of the beach looks. It's so chaotic, but I love it. All of the green and pink just mesh together so well. It feels so magical, honestly. And I love how Marshall is just strolling around like this is his yard. And here's how the last section of the beach looks. I love the butterfly pond and how it fits so perfectly there. And the little picnic area is my favorite. I just love how everything came together. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the builds and the video, let me know by hitting the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. Also, don't forget to have your post notifications on so you don't miss out on any future videos. I love you all always. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!